supposedly we're live. Yeah, give me a second here. I got to drop us all down to the glorious 160p because we don't look so good at 720.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Save bandwidth because my provider sucks. All right. Okay. And we're greeted by the clickety-clack of keys from Constantine over there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Making all kinds of noise.
I apologize.
All right.
Didn't mean for that.
All right, we're back with some BX Dungeons and Dragons. For those of you unaccustomed, Wizards of the Coast was once another company called TSR, and back in the game, they made the basic and expert box sets, which is kind of what I started with. Not the first set I owned, but the first set I played. And could be found in other ways now. But that's what we're playing. We are playing in the Mystara universe. This has been going on for quite some time, but in the last episode, Dion Stoltheim is going to have a nice little home welcoming. Yes. Richard,
We kept home fires burning for you.
Game? Well, you did. Many home fires burning.
I am Richard, Speaker of Truth, and also Scrimbleshanks the Halfling, who is level 6 at the moment. So there we go. So there's that.
I don't think those two things go together. Speaker of Truth and Scrimbleshanks.
Just because you don't hear me speak the truth. Look, I do every time.
He's just not as boisterous or loud about the truth part. Everything else is much louder. So, it's our fault for not hearing. Jameis, who you got tonight?
Kia ora, I'm playing Jaden Rayhorn, the theory of priest, and I've been level 8, I think, longer than some players have been in this campaign.
Yes. This is true. Dion was not able to join us last time. I don't know if Dion watched the replay, but if he did not, well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. Dion, who you playing
missed
tonight?
a lot. Tonight, I am playing Stoltheim Reinbach the 7th, aristocrat of Averone, and a level 4 cleric? ?
You're also an aristocrat of Mystara now, too.
Yeah.
The kingdom of Karamikos. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for
At
now,
least you
I
are
guess.
on paper.
What's on fire?
You're the closest to nobility that they had, so they put your name on the paper.
That's fair. That's fair. They took one look at me and said, him. He's the one. Regrettably.
All right, so the placard says Constantine. Not sure.
Oh, sorry. That's my username.
That will work. Who are you playing?
I am playing LZ Jenkins. You can just call me Jenkins. I'm a warrior of truth and the warrior with no brain.
Well, there might be a little left in there, but you can clearly see it through the wound that's on your head.
It's just a dent.
God, another
Good
meat.
So
shit.
do you
Thank
fight
God.
Scrimbleshanks for who does the truth?
Could be. Bill, who you got?
He's got mute.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. I will learn one day how to unmute myself. I am Bill. I am playing Radnor the Large. He is a 9th level wizard, and he is very large.
Yes. By himself, he weighs down the other side of the balance here to the other characters. Yeah. And so we're going to start off with bringing Stoltheim into the picture. Stoltheim, a couple of adventures ago, you happened upon a new devotee, someone who was bound to worship the goddess that you are now have an interesting relationship in. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And you're finding out that this new person has some powers that she's able to. Well, she is kind of a misnomer. You found out that this person is actually a shifter and can take on basically many forms. They're all fairly slight and long of limb, but is just a true androgynous, can be really very fluid with how they look. coloration of hair at all of that is very, very fluid. But also has some powers. One of those powers is that has a limited ability to teleport. It's in stages. Essentially, it's as far as the person can see. She can teleport there, and then it can do this several times over the course of a day to move you around very quickly. And taking advantage of this power, you have been at the court in Penhalgian, having some talks there, trying to get some things hammered out. You did them a solid by clearing out a black dragon to the south, and seeing how things are going with that. Working out some timbering rights, that sort of thing. So it's taken you away from your village for a few days. Using what are you going to name your new? I'm not going to say friend, because you're really not sure what they are. They seem to be very much enthralled to whatever it is that you have sworn your life to in some ways. But not to you personally. But what are you calling this person? They don't really have a name.
She didn't
They keep
come
telling
with a
you to
name?
give them one.
Oh.
Well, they had one. They had one, but you are like the new master, and so a new name is needed.
Oh gosh, I don't like being put on the spot. Betty.
Spot. Their name is Spot. Great. And
Betty. It's Betty.
it's Betty. Okay.
Betty.
Betty White.
Betty is bringing you home quickly through a series of these blink jumps. The way this teleportation works isn't interfering with over the larger scale of things. Teleportation isn't working right now because that liminal space that you go to before coming out of the other end of a teleporter seems to be hijacked by another dimension, which you guys had traveled through. But the particular power they use doesn't really go to that dimension at all. It's able to transfer you by reducing you to energy that goes from one spot to the next. Again, line of sight as far as I can see. So it's disconcerting to you. The first time you lost your lunch. The second time you lost your breakfast from 2 days ago. Where did the corn come from? We don't know.
Yeah.
Now it's just a little distressing.
Okay. A little.
But so using this power, you arrive back where your keep should be. And so you pop into this space where your keep has been reduced to flaming bits of rock and debris, littering the landscape, where some of your village huts are still on fire.
Oh.
There are giants, bodies of giants strewn about.
Oh.
As well as some of the mercenaries that you ran into a few adventures ago that were kind of dispersed into the Wilderlands. Also dead. There are a few of these mercenaries that are having a new lease on life as undead, as they are walking about the village trying to warm themselves on the burning houses. And so this is the view that you come into.
It's not as bad as it looks.
I'm just staring between all of this going on, just standing there like mouth agape, just like.
And as you do that, some timbers fall, some rocks slide, and that new headboard to that hundreds of gold pieces of a special bed you had made with really nice curtains and the downy pillow comforter just kind of burning, rolls out of some rocks, lands at your feet.
Oh no. Just kind of sit there for a minute and just. Is there anyone alive right now nearby?
Yes, in fact. So you are over here. This is the remains of your keep. There is a group of kind of lean-tos, some buildings, and some tents over here where the goblins have kind of set up Goblin Town. Many goblins look, covered in blood. Looks like they put up a good fight to keep their section of town and, well, the rest of the town defended. They're checking for dead, checking for those that can help, etc. Some of the villagers are trying to put out fires, but there are still some random undead still walking around. But they're not attacking anyone. Again, they're kind of drawn to the heat of these fires that are burning on top of these straw roofed houses. And you can see the rest of your friends, maybe friends. Might have to revisit that. As they're
party,
routing the remaining zombies and the remaining mercenaries.
Oh, they're fighting. So my party is fighting the mercenaries.
Well, they're doing mop up. It looks like the battle's over for the most part.
Okay. What the hell? I'm just gonna slowly head over towards the party.
Galen's walking
Just-
around with this holy symbol out as things are just blowing into dust in front
I'm
of him.
still on the horse. I'm still on my war horse.
Yes,
I
okay.
tell
A very large
my
war horse.
I tell my follower Betty White, Hyte is the spelling White, to go
WIGHT.
take care of the undead that are shambling around.
Get him a blanket, get
Oh,
him a cup of tea.
Yeah. So your new companion isn't much of a fighter, it turns out.
Oh, well.
She will
Okay.
defend you, but not much of a fighter on their own.
Oh. Well,
More of a
you
scholar.
just-
More of a scholar. Has a bag of tricks to help things, but not so much a fighter.
She
Oh,
was a
well.
giant bear when we met her. I'm not much of
Well-
a fighter, but I am a giant bear, so you know.
You can't just turn to the bear and.
Well, when I'm really enraged and angry, yes, I was driven that way by some ensorcelment on someone's part. I'm afraid it's very difficult for me to tap into that on my own.
Oh, I see. Well, that's okay. They'll clean it up. Come along. I head over to the group. Is Scrimbleshanks telling a dead mercenary a story right now, or boring
bleeding
to
out,
death
holding his
with a
guts in.
story? Yeah.
I remember when I lost 5 feet of intestine. Let me tell you of that day.
You humans, you have it so good. You cry about losing just 6 feet of intestines? Bah!
Exactly.
I
Yeah, so
mean,
Scrimbleshanks is
I
around.
don't know. I was talking to people, and you know,
Yep.
was convincing. So I don't
Yes.
know.
In fact, you
the
guys did
mercenaries-
manage to weed out a bit of information as to why they were attacking here.
Yes.
Scrimbleshanks, I know this sounds unlike me, but I would love for you to tell me everything that happened while I was gone.
Oh, everything you say. Well, it all
Everything.
started when I was a little.
No, since I've been gone.
Oh.
Just catch me up on what I've
Right.
missed.
Oh well. Okay. Yes, certainly. This is a failure of leadership, so it's all down to you.
Fair.
This is a consequence of us not having walls and being able to defend. The evil, maybe not evil. The misunderstood person who the one who raised up the undead before. Yes, that's the best way. Well, maybe not raised up,
Yes.
but the one who was there, who was sent them against us last time, sent these mercenaries against us this time. And if they die, then they raise up as these undead that you see over here again. But they didn't know that, these mercenaries, so they're kind of on our side now. And like they came from the south, that way,
The
behind us.
south?
Yeah.
The marsh?
Marsh!
I don't know. That's just where they were coming from. So
As long as there ain't any gators down there, you should be fine getting them.
they were tentacled. No, they weren't tentacled. That was a different marsh, wasn't it? That was to the southwest. I don't know. Southeast? Southeast.
I can't believe this has happened.
Oh, and because they were attacking, they blew up your keep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi! I don't believe we've met, as my character sees you finally.
Yes. Stoltine Rainbach the 7th. And I take my hat off and bow a little.
Do you have a
The question
nickname
is,
I
do
can
you
call you?
really? Because describe your character, Constantine.
So I am a 6'8" pound of meat. It is a slab with a giant dent directly in the head. You know,
Oh,
decent armor, metal armor, but I am a holy man without any brains to back it up, but plenty of muscle. All and a giant battle axe just covered in blood and what looks like an eye from one of the giants I killed.
I look to Scrimbleshanks and I kind of point at this guy. I go, is he with us?
I'm with you.
He came out to warn us before the mercenaries attacked. He wasn't one of the mercenaries. So he gets a partial thumbs up at the moment. He's been reasonably useful, yeah.
Right. Stoltheim
try.
is fine. Well, let's find Galen.
You can't help but stare at the dent, though. It's like, when you're told don't look at the hump on the humpback, you just look at the hump on the humpback. It's the same thing.
Oh, what's
Well-
Rednor doing?
Let's find Galen and Radnor then, and get a dent in this situation.
Galen's over there on the horse that is taller than a house.
Radnor's sitting under a tree taking a nap. He's tired. That was a lot of physical activity at one time.
I mean, he had to walk. Walk around. And occasionally he had to fast walk. It's bad.
It's pretty rough.
He was on the horse for a long time, most of it.
Was I on a horse?
No.
That's even worse because you have to climb on it.
Nobody seems to recognize how difficult that is.
Especially for the horse.
I do. I recognize it. You are valid.
That's why I had to make it a large horse just so Red could get on it.
I completely understand Radnar's plight, and I let him sleep. I'd look for the elf on a horse.
Okay.
I'd look for a shelf, but they all got burned down, it seems.
So, elf on a horse. What were you doing at the end of last session?
I assume I'm going to be sort of, as you say, with the symbol out trying to round up the various undead, because I don't like undead. I think that's been made fairly clear, so trying to deal with them.
They're clearly just
And I've seen other characters who try to control
a little
undead.
warmth. Is that too much? Too much to ask for? All right, well, there you go. Scrimbleshanks. Things have slowed. It doesn't look like there's any actual fighting going on anymore. Just Galen's going around blowing up undead with his holy symbol. Other than that, things are being slowed down. Scrimbleshanks is talking to a group of the mercenaries who were part of the attack, who seem to be very frightened as they look at their companions that were killed during the attack but rose again, wondering if a similar fate awaits them. And they are doing the scratching at themselves on the arms, occasionally, scratching a beard.
Oh, calm down, would you? It'll only work if you're dead.
I mean, we've got no idea how long the curse will last. I mean, you might live to a ripe old age and then die and get up and terrorize your family, for all we know.
That put the fun in funeral.
I would probably gain more intelligence if I became undead. Or at least that's what I don't know. That's what Dad always says, but then again, my dad ain't really smart either.
Wow, your dad sounds like a jerk.
Well, right, I suppose we should get to work. Where should I start?
Repairing the town.
Well, there's still some houses on fire.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunate. Right. Well, I'll go get water. Where's the well?
You
guys
one of
have
these
well
houses I
houses.
set on fire?
You guys have a well, right?
Yes, they have a well.
Okay, good. Good.
Relatively intact. Took some damage.
Yeah, but well,
Alright.
well doesn't stay on fire too long.
You're right. It's mostly the hoisting mechanism and all. People are just throwing buckets down on ropes, pulling up water. There's already bucket brigades started to try and put out some houses that were inhabited. Remember, you've got a great number of houses that weren't inhabited at all.
Yeah.
So
I made sure to choose an inhabited one.
I joined the bucket brigade.
the Scrimbleshanks is going up behind people, starting new fires on the occupied houses.
Yeah. Stoltheim's gonna join the bucket brigade and get Betty Hoyt to join in with that so we can help out.
Definitely do that. So unfortunately, your populace is kind of used to being raided, so they're very just like meh. Tuesdays, am I right? Tuesdays.
Alright.
They did suffer some deaths, but not as many as you might think.
Is there an
The attacks weren't particularly organized, and the mercenaries that you're interviewing, Scrimbleshanks, weren't told to actually kill anybody, just make some destruction.
Can we loot the bodies of the mercenaries who are dead? I'm sorry.
You have to
know.
chase them down first. They're shuffling away.
I
The
don't
goblins probably
care.
pick the two of them anyway, so.
Should I roll a wisdom check if my character thinks that's a good idea?
No, you definitely can. I mean, some of the other villagers are doing it anyway, so you know.
All right, fair enough. I guess I'll go after a couple.
Yeah.
Also,
mercenaries surprisingly have coin on them, which jives with Scrimbleshanks is finding out. They were paid. They were paid to come in this direction and basically just create mayhem.
all right. I was kind of just trying to take the clothes off of them to sell for later, but that also works too.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Roll me a D8. That's how many corpses you'll get to before something else happens.
All right. 1d8. 6.
12 pieces of gold. Each of them had 2 gold coins on them.
All right. I ain't saying no to that. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Well,
What else is going
you
on?
who are itching, who I've seen itchy mercenaries, you go and stand over there.
Which is all of them.
Okay, then you all go and stand over there.
Yeah. There's about a dozen of them that are still here. The sappers that blew up your keep don't seem to be amongst this group. Looks like they deposited their explosions and left.
Oh well.
Yeah, they seem to be remarkably organized. So you do think something is up with that.
No, I don't.
One of our many weaknesses, other people being organised.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Right,
I lost
well,
audio for a second. My Bluetooth headphones, piece of crap. Need to replace that. I can hear again.
All right, well, you stay over there, mercenaries. I will go and find Galen on his horse because he can possibly free from the curse. I don't know. He did something last time to people who were scratchy. Yeah, wander off to find Galen.
Yeah, Galen's around, although muted.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much other than give them flea baths at this point.
Yeah, Galen's just mopping up the undead. We'll say that's finished. You're done with all the shamblers.
Yeah, no, there's no great secret to dealing with mice. Just treat them like you do any other light infected person.
Treat them like
extremely just like them.
Okay. So, fireball then.
The surest way to get rid of lice and fleas. Fireball.
You also get rid of the person too, but all right.
That's incidental. I mean,
60% of the time, it works every time.
Works every time. 60%. Yeah.
All right. Well, your oddly robust villagers quickly put fires out, find out who they're missing in kin, and crawl back to their beds. It was rudely interrupted. Well, no, this was during the day. You guys were about to head out somewhere when this happened. So they pick up their implements of working. Is like, okay, well, grandmom just died, but I gotta go and harvest some turnips, I guess. Sooner or later, this guy's gonna tax us, so I guess we gotta go to work. We can just bury grandma in the field. Wait, no, grandma's already walking to the field. She'll bury herself, I guess. Let's go.
I wonder how Granny will taste.
Tough old
Feudalism.
word was
At
Granny.
least it's not capitalism.
No, it's just as bad in some ways. They both have slavery, just with different flavors.
They're just waiting for like that blade to fall on their necks because Grimbles or Stoltheim has said he's no taxation. They're like, yeah, he says that now. What's it gonna be like next month? All right, yeah, you have a very hardy populace. Unfortunately, they've been through a lot. They're kind of all emotionally scarred and kind of dead to it all. So they just go to work.
Goddamn Warhammer.
The goblins, rightly so, are very proud. They had probably the least amount of damage done to their segment of town, affectionately being called Goblin Town or the Green Streets.
The Green Streets.
For the most part, untouched. They defended themselves quite well.
All right. I'm gonna. Bucker Brigade has it covered. I'm gonna break off from there and go check on Goblin Town. Make my rounds.
Yep.
You know, make sure everybody's doing okay.
Yeah. They've got some dead. They went down fighting. None of them came back as undead. Actually, none of your villagers came back as undead. It was just the mercenaries that fell that came back.
Okay.
Yep. The Gobos are big on burial. Back to the dust with which you came. Maybe we'll grow some turnips on top of you.
Where's Winky?
Winky is around. Yes, Winky is wearing the kettle helmet with the handle coming down around his chin. He's got a pitchfork in one hand and a butcher knife in the other one. He's giving out orders.
Winky, keep up the good work. I'm proud of you.
Goes to salute you with a butcher knife. At the last moment, turns the blade so it doesn't hit him. Just the flat of it hits him in the head.
But yeah, I salute him back a little, and I just shuffle off, like very, very, just like, just slowly going like. I just looked at Betty. How the hell did they survive better than everyone else?
Well, they probably had more to lose.
I don't think they had much to begin with.
Right. And now they have a village. They have their own gardens. They have their own homes. Likely they had nothing before. She points at one of your populace that are like literally dragging one of the dead, probably somebody they're related to, into the fields as he got a hoe over one shoulder, a bag over the other, and just like dead eyes as they're walking into the field to do work.
Oh my God.
Your people, it seems, have gotten used to the loss.
It's unfortunate. I'd like to build this place to become something better than this.
Better?
Well, less raids.
More law, then?
In some way, I should suppose, but more so we need numbers. We need soldiers or guards, or I guess walls should be in the budget.
Hire kobolds, they're cheap. They get the job just as fast, and if you lose 6 more, they'll just breed like rabbits. Or I guess kobolds. God, Jesus Christ, they breed. You put down a whole tribe and they just come back the next month.
It's true.
As two
Hey,
tribe at
That's
war
true.
with each other.
Two tribe go war for 1,000 year. Two tribe can't kill each other.
All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna just like gather it back up with the group after I do my rounds and check everything
Okay.
and check on people. Maybe
Yep.
help
Your
drag
war
a
cleric is
body.
making the rounds. Your war cleric's making the rounds, healing those that can be healed,
Mm.
cracking skulls for the ones that are sure to die anyway.
Did you get the brawn insurance on the keep?
We couldn't afford it.
Yep. So this is as a timeout. This is a way for the GM to tell Stoltheim that during your each of your season's activities, probably giving your populace something to rally around and care about might be a thing.
Yeah.
Your first season was
Gosh.
spent building your keep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Walls. Noted.
All right. Well, it's broad daylight, by the way. You didn't pop in here in the middle of the night. This raid happened during the day.
Right.
If the mysteries of a sect where they originated, where all this originated from, as in
Well,
where did they get?
Well,
to?
Scrimbleshanks kind of worked out that these are, for the large part, a lot of the mercenaries that were dispersed from the castle that you guys freed a while back. They've been living in the hills off of their plunder and spoils. They were getting a little low on food, actually, because a lot of them were not trappers or knew how to hunt. They were just, and they just resort back to what they know, stealing. Roving bands of mercenaries and highway robbers and that sort of thing. Well, from what you've been able to gather, a few of these guys were in the initial, I guess, happening. They were about to raid a caravan, a small caravan. Reports vary from 2 wagons and a brace of mules to 1 wagon and a whole bunch of horses. The story doesn't seem to be consistent. But when they went to extort a toll, instead they were hired. Yep. And I think actually maybe not. Scrimbleshanks, make me your choice, wisdom or an intelligence check. So you're the one that's mostly talking to these guys. No charisma. Wisdom or intelligence, either one.
Well, I have pressed the button. Now just to press the other button.
Okay. So we're not disparaging Scrimbleshank's character by saying he has been around some mercenaries and highwaymen and folk that take stuff from other folk at the end of a knife blade. Might be wondering why didn't they just take the guy's gold instead of doing what they were asked to do. Yeah, they can't answer that. They don't know. They were all given 2 gold coins and told to go in this direction until they found a village and create mayhem.
Oh, that reminds me. Can I see the gold coins?
Yeah.
Are they actual gold coins and not like the lumpy gold that we saw before?
They are gold coins, but they are old. They are not.
Right.
Yeah, they've not been minted in the last few hundred years.
Okay. So,
Does this match the coins that the town drunk had? Or
Yes.
that we showed him?
You've gotten a hold of some of these before. Yeah.
Yeah.
if we go over all of the coins, do we find some of the coins that we spent on pelts or that were spent on pelts?
Did you mark them?
That one? Look, that's got my teeth mark in it. See?
See, I bent that one with my own teeth.
Yeah.
You have your own teeth.
Yes, so they were paid in old gold, which is honestly, it's not that odd because remember you're in a wilderness area. People are still kind of cutting down timbers and creating farmland. So when they start tilling the earth to put in their gardens, they find old burial grounds, old sites of battle, and often they will unearth old coins.
That's gold and them grounds.
So,
Well, I mean,
A, what are we doing with the mercenaries? Are we just going to let them go, or have them hire them on to help us, or B, are we trying to get after the person who's started all this?
Stick their head on pikes.
I think we should hire them on. We need people that can defend the town, and these guys got nothing to lose at this point, and we could probably pay them better.
There is the one thing. They do seem to have an infestation of some small bugs.
right, but we're gonna clean that up with the best way that we know how.
Bugs, you say? Well, Galen can take care of them if we quarantine them, and then.
That's exactly what I said before, and we just led to let's just treat them as bugs baths, like treat them how we would treat any other people.
Yeah.
Who have bugs.
With that roll, I'll also give you Scrimble Shanks. They didn't remember having this louse problem until after, until after meeting the merchant.
Yeah, we know they crawled out of his mouth and infected people.
Well, nothing I've encountered suggests that these are any kind of mystical, magical lice. They may carry some sort of weird disease and stuff with them, but they're not. They of themselves are not magical or mystical, as far as I can tell.
I mean, we can test this. We can kill you, and then if you raise up again, then we'll know because you were the one who cured them last time and got all the fleas on you. Have you still got those fleas, or did you let them go when we got to the woods, or what?
I could put them in my blood, and that was about it, really.
Yeah.
Well, and as far as I can, talk to them. As far as you can talk to the bugs, and they were just like, we just want to go back to sleep because we go working out of our natural hibernation status.
Yeah, well, this is the second time the bugs have come up, though, and now it's linked to these things being undead. I think we should quarantine them and one by one cure or remove curse or cure disease on them and let them go after they're debugged. I think that'd be the smartest method, and then just integrate them into the village and have them be town guard and pay them seasonally.
I don't know if we have enough money to pay them for seasonally, and B, what do they do when they're just sitting around doing nothing? They're going to get really bored and do stuff.
I mean, they can pull their own weight and work in the town too. It'd be like our militia.
It's like that house.
We got a multitude of talents. We can mug, we can burgle, we can slit throats. What else? What else do we do? Did I say mug and burgle? We said mug and burgle.
Sounds perfect to me.
Horse net, sheep net, goat net, all the nets.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean you can train them for some mildly skilled labor if you want. I mean, honestly, they don't like the idea of staying here. But you kind of have them captive right now, so whatever you want to do with them. Gnomish Invader asked, but can they drink? Of course they can drink. It's one of the core talents.
Well, if you don't think we should hire them and have them work.
It's this that I don't think.
There's that word again that makes them kind of cringe when you say work. Like, oh.
I just don't know that we can effectively make use of them. They're sort of like one and done jobs that then go off and get drunk for a while.
Yeah.
They're not exactly used to long-term labor.
Do we have any one and done jobs? I mean, we've got plenty
Hunting
of jobs.
down the guy who did all this, that's a job.
How many of them are left?
About a dozen.
A dozen?
A dozen, yeah.
Do you want to get revenge on the person who did this to you?
Yeah, he paid you 2 gold each.
Yeah.
I'll pay y'all 20.
to do.
Find that guy and fuck him up. Make sure he doesn't get back up ever.
Okay. They're all kind of like wondering, like, okay, so you're just gonna let us go with some gold, and you want us to go and track down the guy and kill him? Okay. Okay.
You're mercenaries.
Are you actually going to track him down and kill him, or should I just forget that
I mean,
he
we'll make an effort.
possibly are
I
going to
mean,
come back as a zombie?
None
The
of us are
chap already
trackers.
turned them against. The
I
guy already
mean, yeah,
turned them.
we'd like to find out what the person did,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's all really hazy. We can't even agree if the
We'd
person
have to
was
go
like in a
with
wagon or on a
them.
horse.
Yeah, we would have to go with
Yeah.
him, wouldn't we?
They've been mentally screwed up. I mean, we
And
could
if he
take them along with us as
controlled them,
guards,
if he controlled them,
whatever.
though, then he can just turn them on us, and then it's 13 against 5.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. It seems like, I mean, the options are we can try and send them off, but it's probably not going to work because they were probably ensorcelled in the first place without realizing it. If we let them go and they end up getting fucked up on the road somewhere and come back as a zombie, that's going to be a problem. Not necessarily our problem, but for other people. We can hire them on, but that's more people to worry about. But also, these guys are like able to fight, and we don't have a lot of
Somewhat.
that.
Okay, so as a bit more on the descriptor, these guys aren't like mercenaries that once worked in some king's army. These
They're
guys
just
are
thugs.
literally people that couldn't hold a job and decided it was easier to steal from other people to make their livings.
Okay.
Adventurous.
And then we could
They're
just,
adventurers, exactly.
I mean, we could kill them and make an example out of them so that the town knows that, you know, we stand behind them.
You could. This is where we find out what Stoltheim's justice is like.
I mean, I'm chaotic, so public execution. We can have Constantinople over here behead them with that axe.
Look, we just burned some houses. Nobody in those houses. We were just, we got paid 2 gold to come in here and just make some mischief.
And
We didn't do anything worse than a good drunken mender would do at the end of the night.
At the end of the day, you
God's
came
honor.
into my land and disturbed my people, and I, as a lord of this land, have an obligation to uphold and protect the people of this land. Me letting you go would be a slap in my people's face when I wasn't here to protect them to begin with.
Now, you were just saying you're going to give us some gold if we'd go and take care of the guy that sent us somebody sent us out this way to cause the mayhem. I tell you what, we'll cut a better deal with you. You cannot give us the gold, and we'll leave here and we'll go and find that person. Yeah.
You don't sound very trustworthy.
They kind of look at each other.
Yeah, you go find. We'll
Trustworthy.
we'll just give you gold again to come and mess with us.
Well, no. I mean, now we know. I mean, this village has got some defenders now. We were just told that we'd be just some farmers, and we were just go and make a to-do out here for some reason.
You guys now know that not only does this village now know that people are trying to attack it, you also now know that you'll probably need to be paid a whole fuck ton more to ever come around here.
But yeah, I mean, we're not fighters. I mean, it's easier to stab a person in the back than to face them from the front. That requires a whole different skill set.
Where'd the giants come from? I'm asking the mercenaries.
Well, they're all over the hills. Kind of points to, like, you're surrounded by hills.
They weren't with you?
No.
But they showed up at the same time.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we had some giants, oh boy! I mean, we'd go raiding over them hills over that way. The Derekeen, those are some wealthy merchants. If we had giants,
Were the giants fighting you as well?
no.
Completely, but they were collaborating.
Well, they certainly came at the same time.
Yeah.
Light collaboration.
I
How much do you think they got paid?
Oh, they got paid. I don't know if they got paid. They didn't have any money on them, so maybe not much.
This is true. They didn't.
I pull Galen aside and go, so do we kill him?
I'm gonna ask the mercenaries what they know about the metal gods, the metal titans.
They put on good shows. No, they have no idea. They're the original from the original peoples here, so they have like old gods that some of them still worship, but they don't know about your gods.
Close enough. Close.
I mean, old Pelinor's a great god. I mean, you get to go out and shoot things with the arrows and cook and eat them, and all about the harvest and grain to make beer from. Great god to worship.
I don't trust these people so much.
Yeah, no. So do we kill them, Galen, or?
Oh, you're the Lord here.
They'll make good fertilizer.
I mean, it seems like every idea we have, we figure out the contradiction in it. So what would you suggest?
Is there anybody that's actually lawful in the party? Just check.
Radnar.
All right,
is.
Radnar.
Me.
Okay, well, okay.
I like them.
They attacked us. Legally speaking, we are fully allowed within our rights to execute them.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
What do you think we should do, Radnar?
If we can convince them to work for us, why not?
Yeah, but they're mercenaries. There's a little issue.
No. Oh no! Again, they're not mercenaries. They're robbers.
They're just thugs. Yeah, they're just like bandits
That's worse.
I mean, if we want to get rid of them, just get them all in like a 30-foot radius area, and I'll take care of it.
Gather around. We want to paint a picture of you all. Just kind of close in a little.
Is there an unoccupied house nearby?
There are lots of unoccupied houses. Yes.
You could just use a tent.
I'm gonna tell them, go into this house here. This is gonna be your quarantine space. We're gonna look into these bugs, and we'll take care of you in a minute.
Okay.
We'll send someone in to get you guys when we're ready.
Who looted bodies other than? I'm sorry, Constantine. What's your character's name again?
Eltrix, you can just call me Jenkins, sir.
Jenkins. Okay. Other than Jenkins, did anybody else loot bodies?
The goblins did.
Okay. Jenkins, you've been having a little scratch on your chin hairs. You got a little itch going on.
Wait, guys, I just had a thought. So they have ticks, don't they? Bugs, right? You guys been talking about it?
Lice, yeah.
Do you guys have like a stream or lake? I need to go under there for like an hour. I need to starve them or drown them because I think I have some. And being put in a room with a bunch of people who also have them is just gonna make more lice be put on me.
Oh, I'm not putting you in there with them. No. Just only the mercenaries are going in that house, not you.
Plus, I'm too sexy for them anyway. So
yeah. Galen, do you have a way to take care of him?
a hot bath ought to do it.
Like permanently, or
No, the bugs. Get rid of the bugs on him. Just him.
Oh,
Radnar.
I've got an idea. Why don't we give? I'll temporarily loan him my circlet of fire protection, and then I'll fireball him.
Oh. Okay, you know
it
what?
applies to his clothes and stuff.
I can
Yeah,
always get
well-
new clothes. I can always get new clothes.
Otherwise get naked.
Just wash out the clothes some of the dead mercenaries have. Take it off of them, and I'll just wear it. Just let me take off my holy symbol and my important stuff, okay? I have no issue wearing a dead man's clothes. They're heretics. I don't give a fuck what happens to them.
That's fair, but their clothes might be infected too, so.
Yeah, but they'll get off of it. They can't. The
But-
lice can't eat anything on clothes.
Right.
And
Well-
I don't mind being naked for a day or two.
Radnar. I watch as like the last of the mercenaries goes into the house. Radnar.
Yes.
I point to the house. Fireball.
Fireball. Let me roll damage.
All right. Radnar, you have just incinerated murdered a bunch of folks.
Pretty bad fireball, but
Yeah.
They were guilty. It was a justifiable execution, not
we can have him
murder.
hold all this flammable oil and stuff while I
Yeah.
fireball him. Keep it with you for a minute.
It's not their fault. It's not his fault that they're the people that tried to rob him.
Okay,
He just
so
has to do justice.
the fireball on the house, I mean, definitely that many points of damage, burns the house down. Some of them try to escape through windows, through doors, but you've got, it's not just you that have them surrounded. Some of your populace is here using pitchforks to get them back, push them back in. Yeah, so you have, Stoltheim have just established some justice in your town. Whether or not the populace like that or not, we'll see when that comes up.
The people that are there, I'll tell them, like, my people, I am sorry. I've failed you. However, I'm willing to try again if you will allow me, and make this never happen again.
As he's
They all look at
speaking,
you with those dead eyes, like we've got a choice.
Bert, as he's speaking, I'm like standing behind him with like doing the rabbit ears and like making all kinds of faces and stuff.
I thought you were going to say standing behind him, making like you're going to cast another fireball into the crowd. In which case, like, yeah.
He doesn't want to exhaust himself too much. He has a
Okay.
big day ahead of him.
I've already had to walk
you
a
don't
lot
know yet
today.
what your populace's response will be to this. When we get down to some more of the domain stuff, I've got like a little scale of happiness of your villagers, etc. So, but you have exercised some justice. Very
Yeah.
Okay. But what now? As the house burns down, the screams have stopped.
And then the other screams stop as the zombies come back to life and also killed.
We rebuild.
Yeah, we're the dwarves. We still have
Not here yet. Yeah. They built your fortress and left.
Okay. I thought they were around for a couple of seasons so they could build something each season.
Look at those contracts. See if you've got a warranty.
Exactly.
Actually, let me look. Does it?
No.
Is there any big tents that were recently unoccupied from its inhabitants due to being murdered?
Due to being murdered? No. But there are a lot of empty houses from just a dearth of villagers. A lot of villagers gotten killed over the last few years. So there are a lot of empty houses.
Okay, so if there isn't already space in the church, I'm gonna set up my shrine and religious stuff there.
All right. So yeah, basically you pick a house and do that. There is no church yet. It's still being built. So like it is under construction, was something else that they had promised but haven't gotten around to yet.
Okay, fair enough.
I want to take 10 minutes to switch on my sight and then examine Jenkins to see if it is magical in some way that this infestation.
Oh, you're examining Jenkins.
He's the only one left who hasn't been fireballed, so yeah.
I'll give it to you. Jenkins, nothing magical about Jenkins, but there is something magical about the pouch of gold coins that he's been collecting off the dead.
Jenkins, can you put that gold down over there? Please. Rednor, come and have a look at this.
I'm sorry?
The gold. There's something suspicious about the gold. Is the gold cursed in some way that I can tell?
I'm going to take 10 minutes to don my magic sight to look at it.
Both of you can make me an intelligence check.
Whee! So that's why I get Rednor involved. I would have got the other guy, but Richard killed him off. So no.
Wow.
I can use magic.
Oh, nice!
Crit.
Radnar crits, and
Nice.
Galen crits in the other direction. So Radnar, yes, they have a slight magical dwemer on them. They are cursed.
Mm.
Yep, it's not just a curse, but there's kind of like there's an effect going on there. So they're not intensely magical. Looks like they were, and it's not like they're old magic either. This is relatively new, recent. Galen, with the crit in the opposite direction, is completely convinced that you were mistaken. There's nothing magical about them at all. They're just gold coins. Let's melt those babies down. And
do I believe that I would be able to take care of the curse with a dispel magic?
Dispel magic would dispel the dwemer on the coins, but wouldn't do anything for the people that have had something act on them.
Well, it's a start. We need coin to build walls, so.
Okay, do you have dispel magic memorized?
I do, actually.
Okay. It's a very weak dwemer, so if you pile the gold in one place, you can affect all the coins.
Okay, I'll do that.
Now, some of your villagers have been collecting the gold too, so you're gonna have to take some time, let everyone know what you're doing, so that they'll give you the gold instead of saying, "Honest governor, didn't take any gold from nobody, no sir."
You can have it right back after I dispel the curse.
Yeah, and as they say, they just appear and then they just go, itch, 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 itch. Bing!
Yes. Yep. The ones that have been looting gold from the field all have just like a little itch going on.
I send word to Winky, same message, like, hey, if you guys picked up gold coins off the mercenaries, it's cursed. Bring it here. We're going to uncurse it. We'll give it back.
None of the goblins seem to have the problems with the itching.
Yeah, it's not cursed.
I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask one of them. No. I point to like someone scratching nearby. None of that?
No. Why would we be doing that?
Do you normally have issues with bugs or lice ever biting you? I'm not a goblin. I don't know.
Nope. Generally immune to it. Insects don't like them. Don't smell right. They don't smell like food.
Lice and other bugs that suck blood have preferences, and if a certain creature tastes bad enough, they tell all of the bugs around them to not drink them.
Huh.
That's a real life fact.
That's so cool.
So that's why they don't drink goblins. Because they taste worse than actual shit.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, I'm glad that none of them are cursed, because they're my favorites.
They're expendable.
But yes,
I
we're
rate them higher than humans.
decurse all that gold.
Yeah, I'll allow just the one spell to just decontaminate all the gold. That's fine.
Worst case, you have to spend a couple hours to relearn it. Yeah, you see it's fully healed.
They'll
Okay.
figure it out. This isn't the worst thing that us peasants have had to deal with.
It's
Failing.
true.
So now what?
And while
we
you're
done?
all doing that, Scrimbleshanks dances on the ashes of a house for no reason. Woo!
Was it on the house of the mercenaries or?
Ah, it was a house.
I'm gonna see if people can find a way to repurpose any of the lumber from the houses that collapsed towards
Yep,
the
they know what to
building
do.
thing. Yeah.
It's not their first rodeo.
Yeah. I figure like the church we can put it all towards or something. We should get something in the town for that. Did we sent a messenger like last time I was at the table with y'all? We sent a messenger to the Green Company for like help, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting
It's
some
been-
actual trained mercenaries into here to help with defense and for other things, but it's going to take them some time to get here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at least like a week and a half travel.
Yeah.
We did that before we started doing the season skips.
Yeah, they haven't arrived yet though. It's been approved. You got the paperwork.
Okay.
So, do we have some way of tracking this person down, other than just wandering around and hoping we have a random encounter?
I don't think so, because none of the soldiers knew. They were all hazy about it. Did any giants survive?
No,
Are there any
none of the giants
no?
survived.
No, 3 of them did because they just wandered off again, but they wandered off. The ones that survived wandered off.
Yeah.
They were told to go
Where'd
somewhere
they-
else by Rednall.
Yeah, didn't I send a bunch of them off? Hey, they're that way.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Yeah,
Where'd
Where
they
there's one,
go?
you also see one giant body with sort of this head and a huge globe of darkness, just lying there on the ground.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully they didn't run into a village and thinks that's the one they were supposed to annihilate and just start.
I'm saying, would Bert do that? Yes, he would.
yes, I would. Yes, I would.
I want to send word to Penhalgian too
Okay.
that some man organized a force of mercenaries and giants to attack, and that
Yep.
to be on the lookout for their own safety of the people on their outskirts and all that.
So that's inconsistent too. Some of the mercenaries said it was one man. Some of the mercenaries said it was a merchant family. Some of them said, oh, they were definitely Darakeen. One of them said that, oh, no, they were Thaatians. It is all over the place.
Where are those Darakeen merchants that we housed? Are they still here?
No.
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 Did they move on and we said goodbye, or did they mysteriously vanish?
No, they moved on. Like, there was
Okay.
a send off and everything. No.
Okay, I
They
just want to
moved
make
on.
sure.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
one-
like,
one
those
thing you
sons of
can tell him-
bitches.
Can't help Penhalgian is that the curse has that itchy effect when people have been cursed with whatever it's been passed on by.
Do we actually know what the curse does apart from they raise as undead?
No.
It's nothing.
Well, Rednar actually rolled a crit.
Oh.
Rednar, if you want to spend some time, leave it like a couple of coins still cursed and spend some time with them. I will allow you to basically do the research and maybe you can figure out exactly what the spell is. But even with the crit, it's going to take some time.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
All right.
So
Yeah, we
that's
did
amazing.
send word out to those that other family about
But we talked about sending off to the Martinez, but I don't know if we ever do anything with it.
Okay.
Also discussed getting. Oh, we discussed on the boards. So, fair enough, people who don't follow us on Discord, or potentially asking one of the Martinevs to come in and basically run the place while we're not around.
Yeah.
I was thinking mainly that guy and what's the name place that doesn't like them.
Yeah.
I'm sure Bert would have no evil plans if we tried that.
No, never.
No, not at all. So Radnar, you're going to take a couple of the coins, or at least one of the coins back, and go into some rigorous wizarding and trying to figure out and unravel the spell.
Well, you've got your whole castle or whatever of the wizard stuff if you want to go and investigate.
Yep.
That's a good place.
You can take it back to Kevorkian's lab and do
I like
your
it.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you need a place to do wizarding and stuff, that's got all your reagents and everything, and we'll probably others.
Safer for everyone else.
I like the way you think.
Okay. So Radnar's going to take off then and go back to his wizarding tower.
All right. See you in a bit.
Yep.
How far away is the wizarding tower? How long will it take, etc.?
It's about an hour's ride.
Not
It's not that far on horse.
All right. Then I don't go with them.
Hey, Radnar, roll me a d6.
Okay. Probably not.
Still they're
No.
coming.
All right, what are the rest of you doing? Radnar's gone off. Again, it's still like you were going to leave early in the morning, so it's probably heading. It's around, around noon.
Yeah.
What is there to eat?
Well, the tavern's still standing, so you can wander in the tavern.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God, the tavern's still
damn it.
standing.
So
Yes, the tavern is still standing, despite Scrimbleshanks trying to light the back end on fire.
The keep doesn't make it, but God, thank heavens the tavern's still up.
Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, I forgot to mention about that. I mean, the people who blew it up, they escaped. So I don't know if they're still compelled to come back here and blow it up again next time we rebuild it, or whether that's a one and done thing. So
they're
yeah.
probably not going to come back because they know as soon as they come back, they're not going to have all of their distractions, and we're just going to kill them.
But they might be magically compelled to do so. I don't know.
Fair, yeah.
I just
Well, we're
mentioned
not
it
gonna
because-
rebuild the keep right away anyways, so.
They come
Yeah, I
back
think
by
next time we
finding
build
their
walls.
families.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It's not a threat, it's a promise.
I want to talk to the goblins.
All right.
I'm gonna go talk to them. How many? What's the head count of goblins that we got here?
Right now, Goblin Town is 50, 60 goblins.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to Winky and ask him to talk to the goblins and see if any of them are interested in being volunteering for guard duty. And I'll express the reason why is because they held their own the best during the attack, and I find them and their abilities commendable, and I want to use that to help the other people of the town as well.
Okay. Well, you don't have to convince Winky, but Winky has to convince the rest of the goblins. So let me make a roll here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what Winky's charisma is.
Winky comes back and says, "Good news and bad news, boss. I got you two strong goblins that'll help out.
Two.
The rest of them say that all the humans here has not been treating them so well, and they can just all burn."
Mm.
Hmm.
Somewhere Scribble
not
Shakes
so-
is going.
We should work on goblin-human relations more.
I will
Um,
help.
Those two can be in my personal guard.
Okay.
Then
You're quite a
they'll be
wicking dude.
representatives of the goblin community.
Is there a goblin ranger? I wish to ask them about the local area. Hey, I'm sorry. The goblins probably go out a bit more than the humans.
It's true.
Yeah. The question is, do you speak Goblin?
No, but there should be someone that can write common. Wait, no, I can't write.
No. It's like, what? You can't do God.
I can't write goblin. Does anyone? I'll find a translator. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's just it. Winky speaks Common and Goblin, and it's kind of been their go-between. They haven't run across anyone else that speaks Goblin, which is part of the problem with Goblin Town and the humans.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make it worse if we ever find a kobold place, because I'm going to befriend them. I don't
Oh, yeah.
care.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
giving myself a minus 20 to wisdom save. I'm sorry. I don't like fighting natives too much.
But still time. Yeah, you've got two goblins. You're hard pressed to really tell the difference, but they seem to be healthy.
Okay.
They seem to be very enthusiastic. They have gotten piecemeal armor. One of them actually has gotten their hands on a short sword, probably from one of the mercenaries that died. The other one's
Okay.
got an actual hunting spear.
Okay, I'll keep them around. I'd be like, all right, you two are mine and her personal guards. So when I go off with my party, the big wizard guy and the elf and the little one and the new big guy with the axe, you guys just protect her. Okay?
Yeah, so they don't understand a word you're saying, but Winky translates.
Yeah. Thank you, Winky. And look at Betty White. Do you speak Goblin?
Of course, I speak all the languages.
You speak Goblin?
Yes. Right now, they are talking between each other, saying that they're supposed to act like humans.
No, they can act like themselves. They just have to be, like...
I don't think you want that.
No,
Let them act like
you're
humans.
Right. You're right. Humans. Yes. You're versed in multiple languages?
Yes, on many planes.
And you're a scholar.
I am a scholar.
Would you be open to teaching the goblins common? And helping as a liaison with human-goblin relations?
I don't think they have anything to bargain with.
What do you mean?
She looks genuinely amused. You still don't know.
Know what?
I can't spell it out for you. And just has a smile. For you and the goddess that you are bound to, of course, I am at your disposal, and gives a very formal curtsy. My talents for anyone else must be bargained for.
My soul.
Oh. And how does your bargain work?
Different things for different wants. And I don't believe they have anything that I want or need.
I see. Well, what would be good compensation if I were to pay you for it?
Oh, you can't.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll have to hire an actually good teacher.
Got it.
It's not that I'm being obtuse. It's simply there are forms that must be followed, contracts that must be observed.
Oh. Rules of reciprocity.
Yes.
Sounds like posh bullshit.
I see.
Posh people.
Stoltheim would be familiar with that since he had dealt with Fae before.
Oh.
So,
Oh, you-
All right, that clicks. So, all right. God, what is there anything that you can do to help with the city in my stead?
Well, by extension, you being the ruler of this, she kind of looks around and she kind of toes some of the smoldering
I get
wood
it. Yes,
city.
yes.
By extension, it is a part of your will, I suppose. Yes, I can. I would start with a better system of disposing of waste.
The whole isn't doing us too well. You're right. Would you be up to tackling that challenge and coming up with a solution?
Well,
Not enacting,
you
but
do have dwarven engineers that were here last month.
hmm.
If the coffers are full enough, certainly we can find a team to do the work that would be necessary. I have the knowledge, but I've only two hands.
If you would like to do a rough draft of a plan, when I meet with the dwarven builders again, can pitch the idea
Okay. Yep.
and even leave you in charge when it does happen.
Nod to that.
Mm. You also mentioned laws. I'm open to any suggestions as you come up with anything in your
Make me an intelligence
musings.
check there, Dion, as you're kind of wandering around in the general direction of.
Politics.
Did it roll? Oh, it's not rolled yet.
Okay, yeah.
Aww.
No insight. No insight.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yep. She is willing to help with infrastructure, seeing it as an extension of your will into what is yours.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Okay. Cool.
All right. Anyone else? What's going on?
Well, Jameis doesn't think it'll be that useful. Galen wants to follow the tracks back of the giants because they're far more noticeable and trying to find out where all that came from.
Okay. Make me a D6 roll.
I make it a 5. Yeah, nothing.
Okay. Are you following the tracks from where they came or to where they're going?
Where they came.
Oh, okay. I'll get back to you in a moment.
And that's the last we ever heard of them.
The Scrimble Shakes.
I really don't know. I don't care enough about these people to help them.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
They don't like me. I don't like them. So,
Yes. They seem to have a certain attitude about folks that don't belong here and don't look like them.
which includes them.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I guess Jenkins, what are you up to?
Huh?
What are you doing? Everyone else is kind of going their own way right now. So what are you doing?
Besides stealing this cat, what was I doing?
Cat thieving. That's another skill they got.
Goblins are really good at that.
I was gonna ask one of the. I was gonna try and get an interpreter so I can ask one of the goblins about the area around and.
All right, so there's one interpreter that you know of, which is Winky. So you got to convince him. Make me a charisma check.
Okay, give me a second. I have to put the cat down. Let go of me. Let go of me. Let go of me. Let go.
It's a cat. You've got to use counter psychology and say, "Don't let go of me."
Little man, I swear to God. Give me a minute. Come on. There we go.
He's like,
Okay.
yes, swear to me, child. Swear to me.
He acts like he's young despite being old. Anyway, let me roll a charisma check. There we go. Okay, that's a 6, so that's a -1.
Success. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Winky will last. Low
What?
success. So
A 6?
you needed a 6. Yeah, Winky for some reason relates to the hulking human with a dent in his head. It's like, yeah, come on. What do you want to know? So what they know about the area around them?
I want to know about the little areas around, and I want to know about the stuff about the how do I put it? The posh fella. How do you put it? The richer
Time?
Stoltime. I don't know him, and well, I'm not about to ask him. Every rich person I've met has always considered me expendable, and it kind of just demeans me. You know, I don't like being considered expendable. It hurts.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you sit down at the fire with the goblins, and they kind of take you into their band, treating you like one of them, giving you over the raw fish, and passing around
I'll eat
the
some raw
grog
fish with
bowl
them.
as they talk. And Winky translates. They get good and drunk. Make me a Constitution check.
Oh, fucking awesome! I'm drinking it all. Give me a second. All right, Constitution check. That is 14, so that's +1.
You don't need to put
No
anything
plus, you
in
just
there.
have to
You
roll
just
under.
push the button and it will do it
Oh.
all for you. It's
I'm
great.
sorry.
Yep, you're good.
Don't worry.
Low success. So you get very drunk, but you're fine. You hold your own against the goblins who seem to just. It's fermented milk, though, is the thing. It takes a little bit to get used to. It's very chunky, but it's very fermented.
You know, this is unique, and I like it. I like your style, boys. I like
Yeah, the
this.
goblins actually know a lot about the surrounding area. They have no written language, but they have an oral tradition of stories and songs.
You guys want to steal
So
my alphabet, the alphabet from the book? You guys can steal it. We don't give a fuck if you steal it. I don't give a shit. The metal gods, they don't care. As long as you do the many things and or practice, what was it, goblin chivalry? I was taught about this a while ago. Mischief, evil, well, not evil, that was removed. Mischief, distrust, paranoia, and completely ignoring every single one of the rules and just doing whatever you want. I think
sounds like the cat deity. Yeah. No, so so yes, they do know a lot about the area from oral tradition. Unfortunately, you've only got one translator that can only go so fast and is also quite drunk. You do learn an interesting tidbit that he slips out. So the translator was charmed, as in the spell, a while ago. It's worn off, but he likes it here, so he continues to kiss up to Stoltheim.
Of course
Winky
he is.
likes me. He likes me.
That's nice. That's nice. What gods do the goblins follow? I wish to know about their gods, because the goblins seem cool.
All nature spirits. No particular god. They worship nature.
It's
The
fucking
spirits in
metal,
nature.
bro.
Yep.
It's metal.
Yeah, they're very clannish. They fight a lot, but very chaotic bunch. Not a lot of rules, but they're yeah. So that you spend the day doing that. So we're gonna cut to Radnar, who is in his tower, his wizarding tower, as he's poring over these gold. Radnar, do you speak any of the infernal dialects?
I believe I do. Yes. Let me see which one. I speak Infernal.
Okay. So after subjecting the gold to a number of tests, including heating them up, you see the infernal script that is scribed in very minuscule scratches around the edges, which become very visible when the gold pieces are heated up, and you understand. The coins are cursed, but curse is only transferred when you accept the gold. So like stealing the gold and taking the gold doesn't make the curse active. It's accepting the gold for someone who offers it that makes the curse active. The fleas and the lice and the louse problem, incidental. It's the infernal connection with the coins that just seem to. The eggs were likely already on the people. It just causes the eggs to hatch and to grow out of season. It's just a side effect. Has nothing to do with the curse. As you see the infernal language is used to enchant the coins, yes, something from the pits is making deals and causing problems.
Seems to be a concern, and so when I cast Dispel Magic, that would break the connection with.
Yep, it's very light. There's not a lot of power invested into the coins for this to happen.
Okay.
Make me an intelligence check.
All right. Come on, you can do it. I don't understand this newfangled technology.
Oh, yeah, high success. So the coins themselves have very little power. The coins just seal the deal. So the thing that has power must be a contract held by someone, some blood that was made in exchange. Something else holds the power that's being expressed here that will continue to, once they're dead, to make them rise again. Who knows what else was done? But the coin itself is just a token of whatever deal was made.
Okay. And there's no, I can't tell anything about the deal just from the coins.
Nope.
Okay. Any indication like who or what they might have been bargaining with?
Well, I mean, other than the fact that all the soldiers had the coins, or not soldiers, the mercenaries and highwaymen and robbers, they all made the deal. At least the ones that got back up after they were dead made the deal, whatever the deal was.
Okay.
So, Galen, actually make me a wisdom check to follow the tracks back to the source.
Whee! I wandered off by myself. Yay!
Yep, with the bonus because you're a rangery.
Is it a big bonus?
You still fail.
Is it a really good bonus?
Yeah, so you still fail. Just means it takes longer. So it's not till late in the afternoon. You've got maybe an hour of sunlight left where you finally pick up the trail again. Leads into the hills as you expected it would, as these are hill giants.
Yeah.
And you come across an area of devastation. It looks like a clan of hill giants. You find their hill fortress, which is basically caves reinforced with trees, that sort of thing. There was some kind of strife here. There's dead hill giants. Looks like they were killing each other. And as you're kind of investigating, all dead, maybe a day dead, maybe two, hard to tell exactly. But your foot comes down onto something hard just under, the surface of some soot and ash that had been thrown everywhere from a fire. You reach down and you find one of those coins.
So, yeah, being here, good stuff. I doubt it. But looking around, is there tracks of anything here that isn't hill giant that I could follow?
I'm not going to say no, but you've got to make an astounding roll. So,
Sorry, no.
Use wisdom again. Yeah, wisdom again. Nah. There was a lot of battle. There's a lot of movement in the sand outside of the hills, and it's not just the adults. Like, you go back into the cavern, seeing if there's anyone alive. It's the women, it's the children, all slaughtered.
Well, we don't have to worry about hill giants now.
Problem solved.
I was saying a prayer over the place, even though I don't think they follow
Sure.
the goddess. Those follow angel spirits, but
Okay. So Galen, you're probably rushing back to town with your information.
such as it
Galen
is.
will come back hours later after dark because you kind of got lost there for a bit, but you will wander in eventually. Town is just going on about their business. Those folks whose houses burned down just take other houses, start all over again. It's not like it's the first time. There's a heavy drinking going on at the bar this early in the evening, though, as people are soothing with mass quantities of alcohol. Yep.
I at the beginning of the night, I want to paid, so it's open bar.
Okay. Yeah. They tap one of the larger kegs, and sure, that'll drink. The town can drink on the keg.
Yeah.
Yep. So the battle cleric is there, looking a little morose. He's been talking to some of the people in the town. It doesn't look like he's having a good time of things. People are very down in spirit. They're pretty much crushed from just constantly having to rebuild. They've got so little to rebuild with as well. At least this time, their gardens weren't destroyed. So they have food at least.
Scramble
Yay.
Shake makes a note.
Burn the garden, salt the earth. All right, so Radnar, you will burst into the inn because, of course, that's where everyone's going to be. Jenkins probably is already drunk before he enters the bar, smelling of sour milk.
I'll burst in, guys. I know what the curse is. Somebody's made a deal with something infernal, and that's what caused all of this.
With something what?
Looks
The
at
coins were
Schottenheim.
enchanted with an infernal script, so there was a link between them and something in the infernal realm.
You
We don't
mean
know
like
what it was yet.
demons?
Yeah,
Oh, what
and
the
I think it
hell?
has something to do with it has something to do with accepting the coins. It means that they accepted a deal. Somebody made a deal with something infernal, and that's what all that was.
Hmm.
Looks at Schottenheim.
I didn't do anything to no coins.
No,
So you
so
fall on your dagger.
You have already been told that the goddess is basically the same as Galen's goddess.
I start between you and Galen now. Surrounded.
Yeah, the tone in the bar is very just grim tonight. There's a few rounds of people making toasts to those that fell today. Small number actually died. There are far more wounded than were killed.
Hmm.
There is nigh a goblin present. No goblins, just humans.
Stoltheim's gonna go outside for a midnight stroll with Betty.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask her about the dagger that I have. I'm gonna pull it out in the moonlight so she can see it.
It just nods, of course.
This can grant me power, correct?
It is a power.
What can it do?
What can it do?
Yes.
Well, it cuts things. She's
mean-
obviously playing with you. She is just kind of this, just atmosphere of her being very coy.
Be frank with me, Betty. I mean, it has powers. How do I use them?
Oh, that I have no idea. It's part of you.
Okay.
You couldn't touch it at all if your ancestors didn't make a bargain at some point.
With the lady.
It's your bloodline.
It's fucking metal.
Now, out of character, you've told me that if I call upon it, I can do like something, right? Or whatever.
Oh, there's lots of things you can do. Yeah. Although it works best in the darkness.
Yeah, and we're in the middle of the night.
Yep.
Am I able to
Not
call
in the middle of the night. It's
upon-
early evening, but it's dark.
Okay. Am I able to call upon this to try and make like a holy ground to this goddess, or like a shrine?
You want to
or
try that?
I want to go out to like a empty plot, and I want to like pray upon the dagger and the goddess while I'm standing there with Betty.
Basically, you're looking at classes.
Yeah, make me
Make
a
what?
wisdom check.
Wisdom
check, please. Yeah.
Okay. Fail.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay. All right.
Betty just kind of shakes her head and says, No, that's not how it works. There has to be a willing trade. You want something to happen in here, but what does this place have to give?
So it'd have to be an exchange.
Yes.
If I were to give something, I could gain something.
Yeah, she just nods.
If I knew more about what lay beneath this ground, would I be able to trade up that?
She kind of shrugs and says, the bargain's different. The bargain's different for all of us.
Because that hole might have some type of untapped magical power within it.
Oh, it does. Most certainly it does.
Can I offer that?
You don't own that.
This is fair. What if one were to give their life for a means to protect this land?
Well, then that would be a bargain between the life giver and the land, not your bargain. And she kind of, at this, she's like, why don't you simply enslave your populace? Make them your vassals. Then they are yours.
That's not the right way to go about things. I mean,
well, then they can't
deserve to have a comfortable life.
Then they can't give on your behalf. If they're yours.
The issue is, as soon as he dies, they're no longer going to want to anything with him and will just destroy his legacy. No one lives forever.
So the conversation kind of points out what happened earlier today. She can't do something for the goblins because they aren't yours. If you claim them, then she could do something.
Oh. Do it.
Yes, Radnar.
Do it.
I just feel like I'm letting these people down as a ruler, and I wish to do the right thing for them.
That'd be one way to do it.
She shrugs. The land is yours. I can see the bond. The people are not yours, but you can make them yours.
How do I make them mine?
Yeah, she just smiles at that.
Slavery.
Uh,
I'll deal with that later.
I feel like I came out here to get answers, and all I have is more questions.
You are touching upon topics that I am not freely able to give. Such is my contract.
Is that your contract with the lady?
Yes. She holds my soul and the souls of those that I've traded for.
You've traded souls?
Yes.
Is that how you bargain?
Sometimes. It doesn't have to be that. Not everything has a soul. Your goblin friends, for instance, they are part of nature. When they die, they go to nature. They are part of that life force. They don't have souls.
And I'm assuming my soul belongs to the goddess.
Well, that's tricky. Someone in your bloodline pledged your bloodline to the goddess. It's reciprocal.
All right.
Let's let you think on that for a minute, Dion, as we go back to the bar. Jenkins is already drunk, hitting more of the beer. Radnar is explaining why it's all demons all the way down. They're responsible for everything.
Damn right, boy. They are the fucking issue. Demons
are gonna kill us. Game over, man. Game over.
Demons are the single reason why my mother smoked during my pregnancy. Or at least that's what she told me. And not the wine she drank. Whatever.
And why you were dropped repeatedly.
Yes, that's what... I think it's more of... Maybe it's just because of the giant dent in my head that's telling me. But maybe, perhaps she was just a terrible mother. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever. I ain't smart enough to know.
Yep. No one's playing any instruments tonight. It's fairly quiet in the bar with people just having quiet conversations, talking about those that have just passed today, just reminiscing.
Ragnar, are you a... What race is Ragnar? I forget, honest to God.
He's human.
I'm a human.
For honest to God second, I thought they were a dwarf. Never mind. I was going to ask him to sing a traditional dwarven song with me. Alright.
I mean, you could ask anyway. He's awfully big for a dwarf.
You want to sing Diggy Diggy Hole, my similarly sized compatriot?
Radnar's a dire dwarf.
Oh my god.
I'd believe it, yeah. Yeah.
Do nothing, man.
All right.
Not his fault.
Galen, you are approached by the resident, retired now, war cleric. I keep saying that because I have his name written somewhere and I keep forgetting to look it up.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's not looking any more jovial than your populace is right now. Says that, yeah, the soul of your people here is lacking. Something should be done about this. Give them some hope.
At the moment, I don't have a huge lot to give.
I'll speak.
Yeah. He will raise a flag into that because he's feeling much the same. He's kind of lost. He's not sure what to do here.
I thought he didn't drink. If he's now been driven to drink, yeah,
he doesn't.
To drink. Yeah.
And Scribbleshanks, the The tone in the bar is so morose that you even get a, oh, pardon me, half man, instead of just get out of the way, half man.
I
They're being
consider burning
considerate.
something down just to, raise their spirits. I'm nothing if not a people person.
All right, so nothing's going on inside. Everyone's just staring morosely into their beers while everything is quiet. The fireplace is crackling in the background. Bits of the wood from some of the houses that were torn down are being used for fuel tonight.
Wait.
Yeah, so
I do have
part
a question
of
quickly of
yeah.
Rednor. The curse that we got, you said it's activated by accepting the gold for something. I guess it's not a question
Yes.
for Rednor. I guess it's a question for Bert. But the curse doesn't do anything until you die, though, right? It doesn't kill you slowly or anything.
Right, it just brings you back.
Right. Okay. Fine.
Well, it's not so much it brings you back. Is it something else takes over the hollow shell that you just left behind?
Yeah, that kind of,
I guess if they're demons, then that might make sense for why they want to. They feel so cold. Because, well, I don't know. It depends what the plane of demons is like, actually. If it was traditional hell, then yeah, that would be why they might want to be warmer. I don't know anything about demons and where they come from.
come from hell.
Okay. Yeah, so again, just quiet conversations going on. So Dion, do you have anything else while you're out here? As the night gets darker, the questions get deeper.
Oh,
Why don't goblins and gnomes just make up? They would be so much better together. Just imagine the amount of damage and mayhem they could do together. It'd be amazing.
Am I able to sacrifice anything that I have?
If it's yours, yes.
So, what would constitute as mine? The land, the buildings on the land, and that's it? Or is there a deeper...
Well, see, now that's really the question. I mean, do you really own anything? And if you do, why do you?
I mean, because of a stupid piece of paper that I was given.
Contracts
So,
are important.
hmm.
Words have power.
What does the deed exactly say? Just the plot of land, like on a map that's marked, or what?
Yeah, basically you're saying, like from the hills of blah blah to the fort of blah blah, it delineates where you're. Yeah. But
Right.
part of it also is you are also having to swear fealty to Duke Stefan as well. So it's not without its own contract on you.
Right. So I have to follow Stefan. So I don't think I want to magically do anything involving this contract because we don't even think Stefan is possibly a great person with the Black Hawk stuff going on, or Black Eagle, or Black Falcons.
Yeah, the Black Eagle barony and
Black
the Iron
Eagles.
Ring. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all sketchy. So I don't want to deal with that. I guess I'm not going to be able to do anything cool. I don't own you, do I?
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
She points at the blade. She has my contract.
This is fair. All right. Well, I suppose we should head back to the bar and try to raise spirits in some way.
Why? Why should you care?
I don't know. These people are dead inside. The land is so far been cursed with undead and all of this. I mean,
But it sure makes things interesting, doesn't it?
well, yes, we've never seen adventure like this back in Averone for sure. But
Okay. Yeah. If you've got nothing else, you two head back into the bar.
Back.
Yeah, and again, it's just stunning how different it is tonight. No one's got instruments out. People are barely talking above a whisper. It's just quiet.
Do you play any instruments, Betty?
Yes.
Would you mind? I'd like to hear some music.
Well, I don't have an instrument on me, but and then she begins to sing.
That works.
Everybody make save versus spell, please.
Yes.
Except for stole time.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Spell against a save.
Spell
Yep,
or magic
you'll have a
staff.
button under your saves. Look for spell and just hit that. Oh, Radnar succeeds. Galen succeeds.
Okay.
Scrimbleshake succeeds.
I think I have it right.
Success. So
Except for
the
Dion.
core party succeeds.
Cool.
The villagers do not. And as she raises her voice into what starts off as just kind of a lilting, there's not words that anyone except for Radnar understand. And it kind of turns into kind of a how would you put it, like a sailor's bod, that kind of rolling, very rhythmic kind of, and
Drinky.
people start drinking, they start raising their tankards up, slamming them down, beers are filled, and then everyone starts to, it gets very ruckus very fast. Radnar, that's infernal.
Yeah, that's concerning. I'm not sure what I think about that.
Yeah. So at first, she absolutely raises the joyousness in the bar. It becomes ruckus quickly as everyone breaks into song and dance, not necessarily along with her singing. And then her singing is almost becoming discordant to what the populace is doing, and then fights start to break out. At first, it's good-natured shoving and wrestling, then turning into people picking up mugs of ale and beating each other over the head with it, until the whole bar is filled with just an enormous brawl.
Oh.
Woo!
I quickly like grab Betty and take her out of the bar for safety.
Oh, should I stop now?
Yes. Did you do that?
Well, that's what you asked. Raise
I
spirits,
did it.
right?
No, I just wanted like music, not magic.
Oh, well, it's one and the same.
You're so smart.
You must be more specific next time. So Stoltheim pulling Betty, making a quick exit, while the rest of you are kind of trapped in this huge bar brawl that just breaks out. Oh man, it kind of everybody's it's disconcerting because people are beating the ever-loving shit out of each other, but they've got smiles on their faces while they're doing it. And they're laughing. Even the ones who are like broken teeth and bloody noses are laughing about it. A gang of younger men have turned over one of the tables, yanked off the legs, and are approaching Scrimbleshanks and saying, "All right, half man, let's play."
I
They
stab
descend
anybody who
upon
comes up to me.
Scrimbleshanks.
Oh, stab. Stay away.
Probably with the same joyous expression on his face as the customers are wearing.
Yes, this is just the kind of town that I wanted this to turn into.
Yes. So all is chaos. Go figure. Stoltheim, agent of chaos. Right. So we'll end it there.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Richard, you streamed some yesterday or today for you. I was not able to catch the stream, but tell us about your stream.
Yeah. No, I refuse. It is chaos. Hey, I'm Richard, and I stream video games that I play incredibly badly here on Twitch at LMTDETMFFR, or say it with me now, limited
time offer.
No
vowels.
He said to say it with him this time, so we had to do it with him. That was a little bit better. Jameis got a blog, talks about things.
Yep. Being there. I actually did have a look at how old it's been, but I can't remember now. My memory is gone, which is why I have a blog to remember stuff for me.
And that's why he's got a blog, because he can go there to figure out what he was doing. And so can you. Dion just finished some old JRPGs.
Yeah,
So what's next?
Well, I recently beat Legend of Dragoon on stream, and we're playing through Shadow Madness now, which was a game by Crave, which didn't really last very long at all, and they, apparently this game was supposed to beat out Final Fantasy VII, and it clearly didn't. And it's amazing. So we're playing through that janky-ass JRPG on stream on the weekends. GTA 5 roleplay stuff will probably pick up again soon. So when I'm not playing TTRPGs with all my super cool awesome friends like you guys, you can find me at twitch.tv@substancesused.
There you go. Constantine, you got anything online that you want to plug?
No. Sorry.
All right, so we will go on to Bill. What's going on with the frogs, Bill?
Well, this Wednesday, continuing on with the Lost City of Baracus. That game's going well. They're getting deeper and closer. I believe we're on section 42 of the game. Also continuing every other Wednesday and some other days sometimes with my Dwaro Deep game, which we had our first character death this last week. It was, I loved it. I can't lie, I loved it. So, but yeah,
character death, not player death.
Not player death. That might have been fun too, depending. But if you're interested in either game, just hit me up and I'll get you in.
Cool. Hit me up with that link to your Discord, I guess, if you want to put it out in public, and I will get that as a macro setup as well. But if you found us, you know where we are. Twitch.tv/Steam Steal Murder. Also go to BlueMagik.com because all of our links are there, as well as about 14 years worth of podcasting goodness. Yeah.
Excellence.
Excellence.
14 years of podcasting excellence.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. We will go with that. And with that, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Nighty.